the school management, that they also have a responsibility to better manage, to better utilize the funds that has been given to them. History and records have shown that most schools, they receive the grants, they use it for other purposes instead of upgrading the schools, or they use it for some other purpose outside of the school.
You said that they can do some collections. What kind of collections are you talking about?
Schools are allowed to do fundraising.
But you have limited it to one per year?
In school compounds.
So they can do...
They can do fundraising outside of school compounds without...
They're asking for flexibility in relation to that.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to...
Are you open to that idea?
Yes.
More parents' involvement?
We're trying to review the one per year to maybe more than one per year, 2 or 3, one per term. But important thing is in any collections like that for school purposes, it has to be, there's some sense of accountability by the stakeholders. There's some sense of transparency in terms of collection, because at the end of the day, that will decide. Some schools are sort of basing the enrollment or continuation of their students, because they do not perform, they are not excluded from enrolling into the next school year. So there's some sort of related elements in terms of collections to ensure that we provide the necessary...
I did ask them the question, Minister, and they are genuinely requesting, and because they're saying they're managing their funds based on what the money is allocated for, because that's under the law. If they shift the money, they're saying there's no flexibility in where you shift the funds, because they can get into trouble. The issue over here is about infrastructure, which they're responsible for, and they need to upgrade it, including library facilities and technology, on top of the infrastructure that needs to be renovated. Do you think, I'll ask you again, that there needs to be consideration, either government pays more per child, or there is an option to charge fees?
Well, we are open for any suggestions in terms of whether increasing the fee will help resolve, increasing the free education grant will help resolve the issues of infrastructure status. That is something that we will have to continue discussions on.
So when do you expect the discussion? They've asked that can schools levy fees like building fee, etc.
That's like most of them are raising these issues through the...
They have written, they have made a budget submission.
They have raised those issues during the Education Act review. So that can also be considered in the Education Act review, in the formulation of the new revised Education Act. So something that we, like I said, we will have to continue discussions on.
You were a former parent. We were parents at Veuto Primary School. And we came out in the weekends to make sure the classrooms were cleaned up. Yeah. And we put a hand in ourselves as parents to ensure things are done. Don't you think those kind of things should come back?
Well, I think it depends on the individual parents. And as Ministry of Education, there has to be a standard in terms of the rules that it applies. Schools in rural and maritime, they have difficulties, they have their own challenges. And out of the 737 primary schools, 501 are small schools. These are mostly schools in the rural and maritime. So in terms of comparison, like I said, discussions will have to continue.
We can continue discussions, but as you said, and I'll hold you to it, you said if you look at the Suvarnasuri corridor, the school's condition, 70% are run down. Yeah. That's atrocious. Then you've said that if you do a whole assessment of Fiji, you'll get about that same figure. So 70% of our schools are in urgent need of repair.